Hi folks, welcome to a little channel update. I don't like doing these often, but they're good for information and all of that stuff. So anyway, last month you'll probably have noticed I didn't upload too much, and that's due to mainly unforeseen bandwidth usages, but also Ark is really fun. Really fun. So I'm thinking I'm putting in some Ark footage in the background here, and as you can see, I don't really run it too well. Maybe I'll throw like some sort of a filter or something on it. Maybe that'll make it look better. It probably doesn't. Anyway, yeah. But I did change the plan over. It turns out that the plan we were on is only $1 difference from the next plan up. So I called them up and got them to change it to the next plan over. So it'll give us a little bit more download speed, which really doesn't matter to me, and a little bit more bandwidth, which, well, over the last while, the provider has reduced the amount of service they provide, I guess, and increase their price. So that's kind of interesting in what they do with that. So I'm still looking at alternatives, but that's a slow process, and I don't want to do quick and then run into problems and have endless problem cycle. I'd rather have it fixed and done with and never have to worry about it again. Well, that's probably never going to happen either, but never say never. So anyway, okay, so Guild Wars 2. I still don't have Heart of Thorns, and that is super annoying. So PvP videos, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit more difficult to do them because I don't have Heart of Thorns, and that's mainly due to not having experience with how the different classes function and how to counter them. I can still do it, of course, and I'll probably still do it. Probably. I may reduce the schedule on it, maybe. Other things in the Guild Wars 2 franchise, I've had ideas and I've mentioned them before, but a few of them will take a little bit of time to do, and I do have some upcoming things I want to get done for it, but I don't think those will be in a normal schedule format, so those will probably just be extra. Whenever they're complete, they can just go up. Especially I want to make sure I get Winter's Day done a little bit earlier than last time, the Halloween one. And I was thinking of doing something for HOT, as in the launch, but I don't know if I'm still going to continue it. It was all mainly theoretical. I didn't do any storyboarding or anything for that, so oh well. What is next? Space Engineers. Space Engineers, I've also been holding off on recording anything. I've had one idea for one episode extra, and that's to see if I can continue doing it as it is. And if that's successful, then hey, that's great. Then it'll just be a little odd in having to do what I'll have to do it. Being really vague. But I've also been waiting to see if the updates, the next one, or the previous one and this next one, what they will bring to the table of Space Engineers and changes. Like, I know planets are coming out, but I like Void Survival as how it is. But if we have to replace Void Survival with Planet Survival in the same vein, then I'm okay with that. I guess the difference would be only excavating hydrogen, I guess. Ice. Yeah. But I'd like to see if they implement some sort of a change to make hydrogen a thing in the Void. To see if it's properly working, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I could just swap over to one of the other ideas I had in Space Engineers, so that would be fine to do. There's a couple other videos that I've been thinking of doing, and they're not probably going to be series. They're probably just going to be highlights. I think one of them is Starbound, so that one's going to be just highlights. And a couple of other smaller games like that. Borderlands. I'm thinking of doing a series on Borderlands, and that'll be a co-op series. Hopefully that goes well. I've never tried Borderlands, so this will be a blind run. And it'll be Borderlands 1 and then Borderlands 2. And anything else? Main series? Yeah, there's another one that I've been really thinking of doing, FTL. And that would be just one day a week of probably highlights again. I don't think I'd do a full run, especially if it's like a failure run. Mainly if it's a failure run, then I'll cut it up into more highlights. If it's a successful run, then I'll probably just leave the entire thing up and let it go on. Probably not continuations of it. I think with the extra bandwidth, it's only 50 gigs, so it's not really a ton. But with the 50 extra gigs, that gives a little bit more leeway for extra things like that. So that's what I was wondering about for FTL. So since it is good to go in that regard, yeah, I think I will go for it that way. But I do want to make sure I have all of the extra things done before actually doing them, and that is thumbnails and probably an intro. I can also use my generic intro that I made, my logo one, and that one's perfectly fine to use. I've made it short and quick too, so that it's nice and quick, but at least I need the thumbnail done, and I'd like to get some sort of a custom intro. And speaking about intros, I'm not happy with the Space Engineers one still, so that's why it wasn't in the previous episode, and it probably won't be in the next one as well as the, I guess, the test to continuation, but the update for Space Engineers is coming out today, so I'll see how that goes. And I'm not sure if Guild Wars 2 will be up beforehand or this. I should have mentioned this beforehand in the Guild Wars 2 section, but oh well, we'll just do it here. I've decided to call off XHSA, and they've also decided to stop random people joining in, so open missions. So it works out both ways. It was an inconvenient time. If you are in a guild and they're doing missions at other times, then let me know if you want to have me tag along. I don't have to be in your guys' VoIP, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I can do the running commentary. If you do want me in your VoIP, or if you don't mind if I'm recording in your VoIP, then that's fine too. Just keep in mind I will not be censoring the audio. That's just too much work to do, so I will not be doing that. That's why I asked beforehand if anyone wants to be not recorded, and if they don't, then I will simply mute them. And that quickly and easily takes care of that situation. Also, if anyone is using a lot of copyrighted material, then I will mute them as well. That's just to make sure I don't get any dings. Of course, for the Guild Wars 2 videos, the Guild Missions ones, they're more of an archive, so it would be okay to unmonetize them, but I'd like to have them monetized. It's just at the end, so if anyone is watching and continues watching through the end, then I can make like a penny or something. Who knows how much that is. But it's nice to have the option, and I don't want any copyright strikes on the channel itself, and that's bad. What else was I going to do? I had some notes here, and I think I've covered them all. Minecraft. The End is Nigh is actually coming to an end. There's only a little bit more in pre-recorded video, and I was going to record one extra for it. I'm just going to pull it up here, record. I have like a terabyte of data on this thing. I need to go through and sort it out, delete it, clear it out. Tine. We were at 6. So the next one would be 7. I could maybe do a 2-parter in there. Where is Tine in here? Okay, so I have 6 and 7. I'm not sure what 6 was. Well, anyway, I'll find out. But yeah, it looks like there's 1 or 2 more episodes of that, and then it will be done, and then for the pre-recorded material, and then the extra video that I was thinking of doing is just taking the backup that I did before the server went down. I think I just did that right after we had killed the dragon, so I think it doesn't include us going to the end, which is interesting. But anyway, yeah. The extra video will probably just be flying around the world and looking at a couple of things that I missed out on doing. So just looking at the terrain, seeing how that looks like in a couple of areas around. So that's just a quick and easy thing. Wow, this has actually been 10 minutes, so around there. Anyway, I'll probably be cutting up a little bit of this and decreasing the amount of time that this thing is going on for. But yeah, End is Nigh is going to be coming to an end, and that's good. It's nice. I don't like the format that I was going with that, so highlights formats are really annoying, actually, because you don't have the structured endpoint, and you have to find a spot to end it at, and then you have to find a spot to start it at, and then you're like thinking, what should I cut out? Should I leave this in? Should I do something extra on here? Who knows? But yeah, I don't like those. So anyway, the next Minecraft formats, the follow-up video that I think I mentioned in Tine as well, will be the same format. So it'll be, I'm not sure if I'll do it in a snapshot, or it's probably be better to do it in the full release. So probably when they do a pre-release for the release. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Anyway, yeah. So probably when 1.9 releases, then I'll do a follow-up video to kill the dragon in there. I don't know if I'll do Like, I could do the same seed, but I think I'll just do a random seed, and that one will probably be single player. And then for extra Minecraft things, I've had a couple of series ideas, and I've come up with thumbnails and everything else for them, so it'd just be a matter of getting it together, cobbling it together, maybe making an intro, who knows. But yeah, they are really good for a quick format that could go longer, like my Space Engineers one. It'd be in a similar format to that, but the endpoint would be fixed in that killing the dragon, but the getting to the dragon would be very random in how that would happen, because the idea is to have extremely random, well, it's just extremely random, RNG, super random, not extra random added afterwards, like that could be a thing afterwards, but yeah, anyway. What else to add here? I'm going to think for a little bit and then cut this audio to it. And a couple of other games as well that I was thinking of doing. Who knows if those will be done or not, but yeah, maybe. And then Ark, I would really like to do a video series on Ark, maybe survival or maybe some sort of a PvP thing, who knows. But graphics card wise, it's just not cutting it for a quality that could be reasonable to go online. Like, people would probably watch it, maybe. It's more a matter of it'd be fun for me, but I'd rather just play Ark and not have to worry about recording it, and that's what I've been doing a little bit more recently. And Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns is not available around, and it's still overpriced in my opinion, and it's not available, so I just can't get it. As in physical-wise, I'd really like to get the physical copy, but anyway, yeah. I could try out the stuff in Ark, and as you'll see in the background, it's probably going to be Ark again, or something else, maybe Space Engineers, but yeah, anyway. Okay, I don't know what else to add, so hopefully the change to the ISP is good, and we'll see that over the coming month. And I might increase the amount of videos I do as well, so maybe a little bit extra on a schedule of some sort. Who knows what that would be, but yeah, maybe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good whatever it is at your location, and goodbye.